Previously on Dallas.
I'm gonna have JR's baby, James.
You may kiss the bride.
Dusty gave me this paper for you to sign. It gives me control of that stock.
Don't go. I'm getting in the mood again.
When aren't you in the mood?
It's payback time.
Whatever I do to him, he deserves.
What are you doing? Get out of here. Let's go. I'm not gonna. What are you doing to me?
Last on Dallas.
You take me back as a full partner.
No way.
Then no Ellis County land.
Mr. Lockwood, you're not quite what I imagined.
Better or worse?
I want you to be really happy with me.
You could make me real happy right now.
The man's an absolute monster.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Congratulations on your wedding.
Can't help but be a vast improvement over my last wife.
This is a tornado watch for Marital County.
Well, I think the safest thing to do is have everybody spend the night right here at South Fork.
You can sleep in here if you like.
Good night, Sue Ellen.
Just how long have you been pregnant?
About 10 minutes.
What are you, Tommy McKay?
A man is in need of a long, cold shower. This was Sue Ellen's idea?
No, my idea, but she helped me.
Last on Dallas.
Those ladies are so pretty. It'll be a hard choice, ain't it? You're gonna give us a show, Miss Texas. Stay right there. I swear I'll shoot you.
What do you get when you cross a Barnes with a Ewing? A boy or a girl?
A baby?
A baby!
There is nothing in this world that Jock Ewing wants more than a grandson. And I haven't been able to give him his first. Little brother Bobby and that Barnes girl are gonna have a baby.
You and I, see, have to come to understanding, Pamela.
Oh, come on.
Now, wait a minute. No, it's not. We can work something out.
No, we can't.
We can.
No, we can't.
Last on Dallas.
What the hell? Holy, we got the wrong Ewing.
Have ready by noon tomorrow, $1,500,000 in out-of-sequence bills. Cliff Barnes, stacked as a go-between. Remember, his life depends on you.
Garrison.
Hello, Allie.
Mama?
It's my brother, Garrison.
Well, that old man is not gonna cheat my child out of his inheritance.
We have to give South Fork back to him.
Mama, you were talking about giving up our home.
We'll break you, Uncle Garrison.
You've trained this one well, Jock. He opens his mouth, I can almost see dollar signs rolling out.
He's telling it just like he sees it.
You want to fight? You got it.
You run Ewing Oil, and you do that well. But you do not run me!
Acceptance of what?
Death. Garrison has come home to die.
Last on Dallas.
One glance at your sales figures indicates a dramatic drop when you and Miss Winger left. If we're going to put you on the map,
We're gonna have to do it without Mandy Winger.
Wherever it is you came from, you should have stayed there.
I'm still your son. And this is still our town.
If you feel up to it, I think it might not be bad if you had your first look.
Well, I called the doctor back, and I'm going to go in next week and take a test.
Forgive me. April Nicholas Pierce. April Stevens.
how do you do?
Mr. Pierce is helping me get Valentine's on the right track.
Pam loves you very much. And no matter how she feels now, you stick by her.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ewing. She's gone.
Last on Dallas.
That billion-dollar loan is costing you almost $2 million a week.
I know that. When this little crunch is over, I'm going to remember the people who stuck by me.
Do you think you can stand living with just one woman?
As long as it's you.
Have you looked over the papers?
How much is this going to cost me?
$2 million. A small price to pay to save Ewing Oil.
If any man can show just cause why they may not be joined together, let him speak or forever hold his peace.
Last on Dallas.
Mama, what happened? Clayton came after me like a wild man.
You know, there hasn't been another man for me since I left Dallas.
Bobby,
Wouldn't it be wonderful if I could carry a baby?
A squad of U.S. Marshals came in and sealed every one of our files.
The charges are coming in, and they're gonna bury the Ewings.
Sue Ellen, what are you doing?
Cutting you off, you viper.
Wendell, you touch that painting and I'll kill you where you stand.
This is not your office anymore. It's not your building anymore. It's my building now.
What?
Warned you not to cross me.
You're gonna pay for this window. If it takes the rest of my life, I'll get back at you.
It is not JR who needs you. It is you who needs JR.
You'll hear from me again.
John Ross, this is Ewing Oil.
Previously on Dallas.
I'm afraid if we married our candle would never last the night.
You do remember Dusty Farlow, don't you?
Well, I don't know what rock you had to turn over to find him, but those voting rights are legally mine.
Wouldn't be too sure of that, JR.
I'll buy you out.
All right, you got a deal. I'm your good deed, huh?
I know that you are a creepy little snake that lied.
Gary Ewing,
It's very nice to meet you.
may I offer you anything?
It does get better.
Am I glad to see you?
Are you? Oh, that can't be. Would 500 be enough?
You're under arrest, Mr. Smith.
Do it!
Last on Dallas.
I gotta compliment you on your devastating charm, my dear. No one is safe.
What does that mean?
He may have told you he came here to see John Ross. But if I've ever seen a young man with a crush, he is it.
This man was holding it.
Don't worry about him now. Start CPR. Quick, you start bagging.
The boys had already agreed to split the company.
JR confirmed that's yesterday. Right, JR?
Well, yes, there's some truth in the idea that we were going to share the company, but...
Can we get a statement from you?
A statement about what?
Your husband's been arrested for murder.
I did what I did.
Ray.
The rest is out of my hands.
Last week on Dallas.
Cousin Jamie, keep your chin up. I know you lost out on 1/3 of Ewing Oil, but you gained 50% of whatever Barnes here is worth, and you know, when you think about that...
I never stopped loving you, and I never will.
This marriage is over.
It'll be over when I say it is.
Then say it, Sue Ellen, and save yourself another trip to the sanitarium.
I want to marry you. We don't have to live at South Fork. It can be anywhere you want to, as long as we're together.
I need you to be part of my life. Otherwise, I may turn into a hopeless drunk, shipped away to a sanitarium.
That's not going to happen.
Last on Dallas.
Did you hear about your friend, Cliff Barnes?
He's not my friend anymore.
Well, the way I hear it, he's not anybody's friend anymore.
Cliff, I want you to resign now. That's all I have to say to you.
Sue Ellen, I need you.
I know I can build a new life if you'll just believe in me and love me.
Cliff, I think you should know that JR has asked me to marry him.
When I found out that Cliff was using Wentworth funds, I fired him. I think it's time you did the same with JR.
If Cliff dies, I don't think I'll ever be able to marry you.
Last on Dallas.
What's really waiting for you at South Fork? Only John Ross.
And JR.
No matter how much you think he's changed, you know what your life with him would be if you married him.
Well, I'm not so sure that I am going to marry him.
I don't know what old Jock would have said about this. Maybe Miss Ellie could speak for
Jock's gone, and it's time to let the court make it official.
I have a notion that you know something.
Daddy was a fair man, and if you think he would have slighted his first and eldest, you never knew Jock Ewing.
That will is going to determine who finally owns Ewing Oil. If Daddy gave him back the company, then you and I are going to get out of here.
Bobby.
I'm not going to sit around and watch him take over again.
A company the size of Ewing Oil can have only one man at the helm. That's got to be...
Last on Dallas.
Bank loans on the Asian wells paid off today 100%. You almost lost South Fork to do it. It was a mistake, Dad. It'll never happen again. I'll never put South Fork or Ewing Oil in jeopardy. I'll swear it. The first step in curing a drunk is getting them to admit what they are.
It was crooked, and I believe you knew that. You'll regret this.
Is that a threat, Vaughn? A promise. I've put up with all the wheeling and dealing and backstabbing that I'm going to. We leave in the morning.
You're a drunk and an unfit mother. The sooner we have you put away in that sanitarium, the better off you're gonna be.
He's got to be stopped. I can't rely on anyone else to do what I have to do.
Last on Dallas.
She could have tried any time she wanted to. The gun was right there in the closet.
Well, she had to be out of her mind or drunk. I can post that 100,000 myself.
Sit down, Bobby. Don't you forget that woman shot your brother.
She has a right to legal counsel, JR.
Not paid by us, she doesn't.
I wanted to kill him, Cliff.
So did half the people in Dallas.
Out raising money for Sue Ellen's bail?
What?
Now, don't tell me you didn't know she's out.
We just have to be more careful.
JR?
What are you doing here? Don't come any closer. I won't call the police. Don't you come any closer.